right, shalom, shalom. Good morning, boys. Yeah, well, out. About to put in some major work, but you know, you look at what's going on in the world today, and you look at people, and you look at how they act and where their focus is, and it seems as though the majority of people are focused on things that really don't matter. I was looking at the last video that uh, man on YouTube, Truth Unedited. He's been making a lot of videos for a while. Talking about end times, talking about things that's going on, and it's a sad thing to look at people, and especially my family members, where people are focused on things that just really don't, at the end of the day, matter, and it's very difficult to tell someone that what they're focusing on doesn't matter and get them to see reality for what it is, because a lot of people, they're walking around in a dream state. They're in an illusionary state where they think just because they say positive things and post positive memes, and the new thing today is what people will do is that they'll say some um, dramatic spiritual statement, and they'll have a picture of themselves. But when you look at their lives, they're really not doing anything. And this is why it's so important in this day and age to stay focused, on the things that matter. We're already in tough times in this country, and we're heading into tougher times, and it's manifesting itself uh, through people that are not able to provide the basic needs for themselves and their families. And we're seeing rich and poor friend bond come alive right before our eyes. We're seeing the reset uh, come alive right before our very eyes. And the only thing that we can do, those are the in the know, those that are all focused, is to stay focused, stay the course on what you're doing. Because again, in this day and age, we have a ton of distractions. We have so many distractions today, where that's what Satan does. He puts things in your path that's going to get you to uh, change direction. And that comes primarily by way of family, friends, money or the lack thereof, uh, causing people to do desperate things, causing people to act out of character. I was watching the shooting that took place in Buffalo, and it's a sad deal, where you're in a situation where you don't have the ability to protect yourself, because you don't know the day or the hour where evil may come your way. You never know when somebody's lurking uh, uh, to kill you. I mean, it's sad, and that's exactly what happened up there. You had people that was going on about their way, and they didn't know that somebody had murder in their heart. Uh, and that's why it's so important to be in a state where they do allow you to exercise your Second Amendment right. But I digress. The key is to stay focused and to prepare your house, because we're living in a time of preparation, and I firmly believe that preparation is coming to an end very soon. uh, I mean, numbers just don't lie. I mean, I look at the numbers, I look at the situation that's going on with this inflation and all this money printing, and it's the chickens are coming home to roost. And it feels good to not be stressed about these kinds of things. It feels good not to be worried about these kinds of things, because a lot of people in this day and age, they're worried about whether or not they're going to have heat in the winter. They're worried about whether or not they're going to be able to afford AC in the summer. They're concerned about whether or not they're going to be able to pay their mortgage and their car payment, their credit cards. All of these concerns, and what I found is that when you have all of these concerns, when you have all of these issues, when you have all of these um, distractions, it really does get you in a state where you're depressed, you're oppressed, and you're not able to focus on the things that you need to focus on. You folks need to be focusing on your health. You need to be from your teeth to your eyes to your head to your feet. You need to be focused on your health. You need to be focused on being debt free. Uh, and again, I mean, I'm not a, you got all these people, they get up on YouTube and on Facebook, and they got all these spiritual words, and I mean, it's so sad, the hypocrisy. But definitely, you need to be focusing on your relationship with the Creator, because uh, that's going to be the hedge. And you can be as prepared as you can possibly be, but if you don't have that relationship, it's just not going to work. And we all can do a better job of focusing on that, because I'll tell you, the amount of evil that we see going on when it comes to people are getting more wicked, people are getting colder and colder, people are doing more and more wicked things, people are acting more and more wicked. And the reason why they're doing that is because it was prophesized, number one. But what you got to understand, when people lose everything and they have no hope, they have no direction, they have no future, they have no clear plan uh, to getting things done, this is what you get. This is what you get. You get people that are in a situation where all they can do is devise evil things, wicked things. And you want to stay away from these people. You want to clear your mind and your spirit and your atmosphere of people that don't have nothing going on for themselves and have no kind of real interest in having anything going on for themselves. It's one thing, you ever talk to people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to move, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to, they're saying all of these things, but when you look at their lifestyle, nothing indicates that they're actually going to do anything. They're just talking. They're just talking. And it's sad to see, but this is the world we live in. I mean, I saw the a video of Seven Trumpets prepper, a white Israelite brother, grafted in, and he does solar panels and stuff, but he does some excellent content as well. I try and catch up on people here and there, but he was talking about the spirit of narcissism, this narcissistic spirit that has um, risen in society today. And you see it on Facebook. Everybody wants social validation. People are really just sitting home, depressed and oppressed, have no goals, has no aspirations, or has no aspirations. And this is what's going on, you know? And so you have to stay focused. Again, you have to stay focused. You have to have clear goals and aspirations, and you have to have a clear plan in order to get those dreams, goals, and aspirations and those objectives done. Uh, uh, Everybody's, it's like I was speaking about this years ago. It seems like everybody owns a business, or everybody's starting a business, but they're busy flipping burgers, or mopping floors, or working at Walmart. Um, hey, I mean, it's a sad deal to be that deceived, uh, because when you're doing something, it's going to show in your actions. It's going to show in the results. It's going to show in the fruit, and people are just going to eat the fruit of their own ways, uh, because they're not focused on anything. And that's why, again, it's so important to stay focused. I can't stress it enough. Realistic dreams, goals, and aspirations. Uh, a team of people, whether it's a family unit or a community unit or a neighborhood unit of people working together in one mind and one spirit. Because if you have all types of dissension, and you have all types of people, coming into your life with different objectives and different ideals, uh, and looking to drain you and your resources. Because, see, in this day and age, it's all about resources. I mean, these wars that's being fought, look at Ukraine. It's all about resources. It's all about uh, who has what, and if they don't have, they're going to take it from you. What do you see what countries are doing now? They're hoarding their grain, they're hoarding their wheat, they're hoarding their barley, they're hoarding these things, and they're not exporting it anymore because of the situation. But see, if you've been preparing for a while, you're not worried about that. If you have real skills, if you know how to make your own bread and hatch your own eggs, and you have access to a goat or a cow for some milk, and you can raise your own food, all of these things are pretty much irrelevant. Uh, but I've never seen a person that accomplished anything that was not focused. If you're not focused, it's not going to get done. Uh, me personally, I got a long day ahead. It's going to be a beautiful day. Got to close some more business, but it's just a testimony. I look at me 2 3 years ago. That's why I like Facebook. Facebook, it shows what you did a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and you see the progress. I like that. It's primarily for me, and as well Facebook Marketplace. I mean, it's on fire. I'm going to do another video about that. People are selling shit at steep discounts today. If you got the cash, man, you can get a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm changing up a lot of little strategies that I have in terms of getting things done on the land. And I'm finding more and more. I've been knowing it for years, but you can find a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. It's an invaluable tool if you want to advertise a business or if you want to get goods and services locally, because the supply chains, the distribution. I mean, I'm looking at certain things. I'm looking at batteries for my solar bank, and every battery system, there's one or two that's they still have it because they need to have it in order to sell the units. I'm looking at EcoFlow, and I'm looking at RPS Solar. But I look at the individual battery banks themselves, LiPo, the sealed batteries. They're all sold out. There's no more available, and they're selling for like $600 for a 100 amp hour battery. I mean, this is major cash. I tell you, man, because that's my thing. That's what the next thing I'm focused on is getting solar, is getting my systems off grid totally, so I don't even need a generator in case of a power down. And I keep plenty of gas on hand. Switching over to propane. I mean, I have a whole system that I'm implementing now, but I'm not going to be able to do that unless I am staying focused, unless I am making sure that I'm not wasteful with resources. Because a lot of people, it's one thing to go out and work a job. It's another thing to have to get out there and prospect and close business and run a business and make money and provide for you. That's a totally different thing. That's why I like the idea of being self-employed and off-grid self-employed. Um, I don't have an FEIN number, a tax ID number, or any of that stuff, a registration. And no, I don't do any of that shit either. And there's a reason why I don't do that either. But let me get after it. But stay focused. Those who are in the know, those who are getting things done and have realistic goals and aspirations, because a lot of people, again, their goals are not realistic. They're just talking to talk, but the shit just ain't gonna come to pass. It's sad to see. But you have to stay focused. Stay blessed. Make it happen. All right, you have a blessed day. Shalom.